Assalamu alaikum students. Today we will discuss about the homeostasis and we will define the homeostasis. So the definition of homeostasis is the protection and of internal environment from the harms of fluctuations in the external environment is termed as homeostasis. So it means actually when external environment is changed, then obviously there will be some changes in the internal environment of the human body. So our body has a protective mechanism that enables him to doesn't change any temperature and any sort of another solutes or different changes. So homeostasis actually is the protective mechanism, and that helps human body to doesn't change its internal environment within a narrow range. So this is the definition of homeostasis. So there are three types of homeostasis actually. The one is osmoregulation, and so here we have the types. So first of all, here is the osmoregulation. Osmoregulation means the mechanism that regulates the different solutes and water concentration. So it is a mechanism that control our sugar level, our solutes, our different salts, and after water balance in the body. For example, we have drunken of 5 or 6 liters water a day, so our belly does not bulge out because our body have ability to make the uh, frequent urination, so the extra fluid can be removed from the body. So this is the osmoregulation. And what is excretion actually? The excretion is the actually removal of the metabolic nitrogenous waste. Actually here we have excretion. And what is excretion actually? The mechanism which eliminates the nitrogenous waste or metabolic waste. So this is called the excretion, in which carbon dioxide is including, and urea and ammonia and the amide groups and the lot of things that are metabolized after a reaction. And the waste products which especially contains nitrogen, so these are called as nitrogenous waste. So this is called excretion. And the next is thermoregulation. As the name suggests, thermoregulation, therm means heat or temperature. Here we can go when the external environment temperature is changing, but the body's temperature doesn't change. It means if there is too much cold on the that areas which are uh, very cold areas like Antarctic region, so those people have adaptation to change or to narrow uh, near the normally human body temperature, which is almost 36.1 to 37 almost. Or we can say thermoregulation is very important mechanism, and due to which if we have our thermostat in our hypothalamus, which is a part of brain and the part of especially the hind brain, in which we have a thermostat is just like a physical thermostat, in which if we have IC and we have a thermostat in it, and with the help of remote we can control the temperature of the room. So this is the actually natural or the living or the um, human body's thermostat. So what is actually purpose, and what is the um, why we need the homeostasis actually? If the homeostasis is doesn't exist, then what will happen actually? If homeostasis doesn't exist, if we eat too much fat or too much glucose, then our body's glucose level will be increased, and there will be no decrease in the human body glucose level. So this is the reason actually. Okay, if we eat too much fats or too much glucose, so we can remove it from the body. Or if we drink too much water and our belly is not being bulging out, and if there is too hot and our body temperature remains constant, so due to the changes and due to abnormalities, so many diseases can be happen, like diabetes and so many others cholesterol, and being arteriosclerosis, and so many. So this is very necessary phenomenon for the living beings. So here we have the next topic, which is a control system. Actually, the control system, there are two types of control system. Which is one is a larger one and what is a smaller one. Actually, there are two control system. The one control system, that is the extremely broader, which is can be called as the extracellular, and one is the very narrower, which is called as the intracellular environment. So the changes or the fluctuations in the extracellular environment are very big or very greater as compared to the intracellular environment. So the control center here, we can mention, this is the control center, larger one, and this is the extracellular and the fluctuations are very uh, not too much narrow range, but as compared to the intracellular they are wider. And if we have a control on the cells, as we can see here, in the cell membrane there is a control of different things, and like channels and protein channels and so many others. So here we have extremely narrow fluctuation system. So the extracellular control system is not too much narrower, but the intracellular is too much narrower. So this was all about today's lecture. In the next lecture, we will start the osmoregulation, or the water regulation, or the solutes and salts regulation in human body. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel.